Every Sunday we have a story or a conversation that we call Story for All Ages. And it's not a speech. It's more like an engagement that we have together. Today I brought a story that is from an ancient epic poem called The Conference of the Birds. It was written by a Persian Sufi Muslim writer, Fariduddin Attar, and I'm not sure if I'm even saying it right. But this is a shortened version of the story. If you would like to know more about it, it's available to read as a whole epic poem. Any of you here, big bird people? You know birds? Here we go. Some people know birds here. You're doing better than I am. Good. So, birds have different lives. They have different ways of doing things. They also, for the most part, get along pretty well with each other, with maybe a few exceptions, but, right? They do okay. So once upon a time, all the birds in the land decided that they needed a leader for their community because they kind of wanted to have a strong community. And a leader, they thought, would make that community stronger. The representatives of all the bird species gathered to discuss how they're going to go about finding that leader. A leader will tell us the right things to do, said the robin. A leader must be wise, said the owl. Well, the sparrow said, the leader must believe we each are important, big and small. I want the leader to be caring like a friend, said the dove. Yes, Jay added, the leader to help us share and get along better. The leader must make us feel safe, said the hawk. I know where we can find such a leader, said the hoopoe, the bird right there. It's Simorg, and it lives far from here. The birds got really excited. They said they were willing to go anywhere to find this leader. The hoopoe said it might be dangerous to get there. A few birds looked troubled, but all the birds voted to go and find Simorg, just like in all congregational meeting. The hoopoe took off, and all the birds followed. They flew at night. They flew in sunshine. Days and days passed. Some birds got tired and left the group. Other birds were filled with doubts. How did they know that Simorg really existed? Only hoopoe had ever heard of this bird. So some of the doubters dropped out, but others kept flying. One valley was filled with fairy mountains, and all the birds were afraid. I'm too small to make it over the mountain, lamented the sparrow. No, keep flying. We can make it together. We will help you, said the other birds, and they did. The strong flyers helped the weaker flyers. The birds with good vision helped find food for the group. Along the journey, the birds learned how to better respect, share, and care for one another. It seemed that every bird had something special and unique to offer that made the journey a little bit easier. Finally, the hoopoe announced, we're here! The birds looked around with the anticipation. Where is Simorg? We don't see it, they cried. Come, it's over here, said the hoopoe. The birds stood beside the hoopoe and they realized that they were on the edge of a lake. They looked in and they saw their own reflections. Then they understood. Simorg was not another bird. The Simorg was all of them, and all of them were the Simorg. They remembered that each of them had something good and strong and special inside of them, and that each bird had gifts to bring to the community. They were all that was needed to keep the community strong. They knew now that together they could do anything.